I Respectfully Disagree podcast, episode technically 100, but we gonna call it 101. Shout out to everybody that pulled up on me for episode 100. Kind of caught me off guard. I'm actually in the process of getting that all uploaded on YouTube as we speak. But we had an emergency episode today. E and Coach is back because they was on episode 99 when we did top 10 point guards of all time. I have to eat the humble pie. The whole topic came up because Coach said Chris Paul is a choke artist. He is not a top 5 point guard. And I was willing to battle to the end for Chris Paul. At that time, they were struggling against New Orleans. And then when Chris Paul done what Chris Paul is supposed to do, I was beating my chest. I was happy about it. And Chris Paul has laid an egg. Floor is yours, Coach. Let me have it.
Yeah, are you live?
Mm-hmm.
Here, let America see my money maker. I don't want you to know I was right. They had these Google Docs, spreadsheets, lists, both of them on their phones. I did the eye test. Chris Paul does not look like a top 10 point guard to me. Why? Because he had too many choke jobs. Now, I think it was game 4. Chris Paul took 8 shots. I called Coach. Man, it ain't like that. He was, that's not his style. It's game 4. You trying to go up 3-2 or 3-1 at the time. You trying to go up. Nah, man, it's not his game. It's not his game. I told him then, watch Chris Paul choke, and he did. America, I was right. They was wrong. E, your time.
No comment.
I'm lost for words on that one, man, because dog,
I don't know about that at all.
I gave my criteria for what I thought a top point guard is. And overall, I said floor general.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Paul is still a floor general.
Mm-hmm.
They took a 2-0 lead. I thought it was a brilliant move by Jason Kidd when they started. They took the blueprint from New Orleans, if you ask me. They started pressuring him, and they put, what's old buddy named? Bullock?
Yeah,
Yep.
Reggie Bullock.
They started putting length on him. So after that first game, I'm like, he just going to have to adjust to the size or whatever. Mm-hmm. Chris Paul going to be Chris Paul. We cool. That man averaged 9 points over the last 4 games. Really 5 games.
It's not even that. How many shots did he take? Cause that's what I told you. I'm like, how many shots he taking, Coach? Man, and that's not his game. I'm like, dude, you in a close. You trying to go up. You trying to get a commanding lead. He took 8 shots that game, and then his last game, 7.
And it was in guard. Dog, they was down 40. He come out trying to hit 3-pointers, man. It took everything in me not to turn the game off. But at that point, it was like I was so caught up in Luka. Speaking of Luka, even on episode 99, we had old Luka Lawrence over here. Hey, revenge is a dish better served cold, okay? So for y'all that have been listening to the podcast or following our lives or whatever, I told y'all, E cooked me.
And the first thing I said to him was, I was like, "This is a get back, ain't it?" Before we even played the game. Didn't say shit. I knew what was coming. Now, it was just one of those, we lost 8 games.
Yeah.
What Mike say, I took it personally. And like I told Youngin, I said, I want y'all asses back here next Sunday. The same team.
So you want us to run it back?
Yep.
Here, I got a question. All right, now I will admit, I've told y'all before, I got probably 4 points, 3 assists, and that's about all I can give you. Why can't I get an invite? I can't get a call. Coach, just meet me. Hey, we on our way. Coach, run the scoreboard. Coach, give the water. I can't even get invited to the game, man. What's up with that?
I'll put a birdie in my guy's ear, but this is a invite only thing. Like in the message that comes out, he's like, "Don't bring no uninvited guests." Okay. And the reason for that is, and I know we off topic a little bit, but it's like every time we've had somewhere nice to hoop, before you know it, word gets out, whole city shows up and ruins it for everybody.
Okay, I'll take his comment.
So. I've only played, this is my third time. So I guess a couple weeks ago or whatever, a whole bunch of people showed up. And it was like people that he didn't know.
Okay. All right.
And the thing is, he's a middle school track coach or whatever. So I guess, and I don't want to speak for him, he actually listens to the podcast or whatever. And I don't want to go too deep into it. But I guess in the same sense, it's like, he's got the keys to the school.
I mean, trust me, I understand.
If anything happens, so exactly. If anything happens, right.
All right, never mind. I'm cool with that then. I say
right. But at the end of the day, it's competitive.
And I got cooked.
Okay.
It's super, super competitive.
All right.
And I'm going to take the credit for it because I was the GM.
All right.
I was the captain.
Okay.
So I picked teams.
Because I was, you know what, but see, he's like me. Because I was kind of like, damn, bro, didn't pick me. But I knew why. I need that get back. I knew why he didn't pick me.
I need that get back.
There was some revenge shit because he like cooked the shit out of me Sunday. Like,
I didn't ask who guarding who. I went straight to you.
He went straight to me, and it was vice versa. Like I went straight to him. You know what I'm saying? Like rotations was terrible. We couldn't make no shots. And like we basically was playing catch up the whole day, every game, and it was pissing me off. It was pissing me off because I couldn't make no shot. I was like shooting like Buddy on the long cane pilot. It was kept bricking. You know what I'm saying? But like I told him, like I told Younger, Sunday I want that same team.
It's personal.
Okay. All right. Now we gotta get back to Chris Paul. Now before this, y'all said that if he won, y'all was gonna bump him up. And the first time I asked Adrian, I said, so if he lose, do you get bumped down? He said, hell no. Now, in the middle of Game 7, he was like, okay, I'll admit. So now, I want to know, how far does he drop?
I'm about to take a swing.
I dropped him down to 4.
So you had him at 2
I had him
or
at
3.
3.
We both had him at 3.
So you had him at 3. So
we both had him at 3.
So you dropped him down to 4, and you dropped him down to where?
I'll give him 5. He's still top 5. Okay? I get the choke job. And actually, I didn't know, and I told you earlier, going into Game 7, I didn't know that he hadn't won any Game 7.
Zero.
No.
As many as me.
And he blew 5-2-0 lead.
And I'm not even, So
like, that's bad.
Outside of Houston, I'll give him that. He was hurt. Outside of Houston, he needs some answers.
Yeah. So it was ugly, and I'm willing to admit that. And the crazy part is, I forgot what show I was looking at the other day, and somebody else was like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, he's still top 5 because we all had John Stockton in that mix too. Mm-hmm. John Stockton don't have no chips either.
That's fair.
So that's where I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, he's high because of the numbers, man. Because the
but like I said, with Chris Paul, it's an eye test. I mean, Chris Paul has the numbers, he has the talent, the mentality. It's an eye test, man. You have to come over. You have to come out one of them times, at least one. And I just knew he just can't do it.
I mean, all I know is, dude, if I'm the superstar of the team, my teammates better be lucky they even touch the damn ball. And the only time they'll probably touch the ball is if they get the rebound.
That's what I said.
Because I'm going for 50.
I told you that.
It got so bad, bro. Like the score literally was 57-27 at half.
And Luka had
and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, it's the NBA. They gonna come back and cut it close. Next thing I know, they down by 42 piece.
Yeah.
2 20-piece nuggets, man.
Yeah.
The dude on the inside slipped me 2 extra nuggets in the box. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. I'm talking about, I was like, man, you know what? I can't even stomach this. I started watching The Naked Gun. The second one.
I played Madden.
Like,
I watched
I'm talking about, dude, that was embarrassed. You don't get blown out like that at home.
In a game 7.
In a game 7.
Yeah, that's a first.
And
you know what? Take that lie back. Take that lie back. You know where I'm getting ready to go. Oh, Mamba. He didn't get waxed that bad.
Yeah, with Phoenix.
But he got waxed.
With
But at least
You
Mamba
talking
was
about Phoenix, right?
Nah.
He was shooting
Boston.
Yeah.
For the chip.
Yeah.
We won, though.
What was it, a game 6 or a game 7
was game 7.
when Boston won?
No, that might have been you talking about the chip that they won?
Was that a game 6 or a game 7? And Boston beat the brakes off of them.
You talking about the chip that Boston won?
Yeah.
Nah, they beat the Lakers like in 5 games.
So was it 5?
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Nah, they beat the Lakers in like 5 games.
Okay.
Now the second time, like when we lost to Boston, beat Orlando, and then we played Boston again is when Perk got hurt. That went 7 games.
That one is the one that went 7.
Kobe went like 6 for 20.
He shot trash.
Shit.
Okay,
but that's what
all
I'm
right,
expecting.
then I stand corrected. My bad.
But we won though.
But that's the thing about it. I can respect a 6 for 20. I can respect a 10 for 30. Chris Paul was 2 for 8.
Yeah.
2 for 8.
And that's why
I can put up 2 shots to the NBA game.
I throw in the tap.
That's what I was man. Not the Spurs, but Antonio Spurs. I told him, I said, man, the league can give me $500,000 right now. I'm guaranteed 12 to 15 points. In a situation like that, if I'm with Phoenix, Book and Paul gonna have to fight me. I'm sorry, man.
Speaking of Cole, wasn't it him? You miss every shot you don't take.
Mm-hmm.
So
and that's what I told you. I told you at the end of the game, you just got to shoot. Nah, coach, you burn the tape. No, bro, you have to get something. Have one shot go in to get you some kind of motivation, something to make you go home and sleep at night to be like, you know what, I can do it next game.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Nope. I gotta hit the button. I disagree.
Early.
Here's why I'm saying that. Is because we were talking in terms of after a blowout. After a blowout, I said in the playoffs, you have to just burn the tape. Mm-hmm. You said you got to find your rhythm, get a shot going, do something. And I'm saying that in a blowout, bro, like, we're talking about you playing every other day. Mm-hmm. This is a 37-year-old point guard. Not making that as an excuse, but I'm saying you're not going to leave him in there for no garbage minutes to try to find a rhythm or a stroke because he's been in the league too long. He knows what to do. At least I thought. At least I thought. And it's like, and that's why I used the Golden State as an example because they got waxed. Mm-hmm. And I saw Draymond and them over dancing, jumping up and down, and this and it was like, okay, they're not worried about it. You knew once they got back to the Bay, Oakland, wherever they at now, they was going to suit up and it's going to be all business. Mm-hmm. Everybody assumed Phoenix had, like, this is a game 7 at home. That's in your back pocket.
You know the crazy part is, before that game was even played, I said Dallas was going to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think they was going to win like that.
I knew Dallas was going to win.
But I was like,
I honestly didn't.
Said Dallas was going to win that game.
I honestly didn't. And that's why I was just like.
When I seen game 4, I knew Paul was done. That was it.
Well, Booker should have never did what he did, stealing the ball from Luka.
Hey.
And he took it personally.
And then the little joint where he fell out of bounds, I didn't see that one until afterwards.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Luka special. I'm like, come on, bro. But you know what? In a sense, a lot of that is karma. Mm-hmm. Because once you had dudes like Cameron Payne and all them getting confidence and they trash talking everybody in the league as if they had made it, they like me now, man. You got to eat some of that humble pie.
Yeah, it's funny you said that because I watched that little clip. They showed it again when he was talking to LeBron. LeBron was like, you was sitting home last year, now you want to talk shit. Mm-hmm. Like, come on now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
Was at humble pie tastes
real
good.
Hell yeah.
Serve it hot with some ice cream.
Yes. But you know what, man? I can't
not
even
but a
lie.
pecan, though.
I can't even lie, though, Coach, man. It's like, honestly, I'm keeping them in the top 5 out of spite. Because I have no words for that shit.
I told you.
If you have a bad game, cool. That man went 5 straight games.
But let's think about. I told y'all, y'all was, man, y'all ready to meet me outside, and I told y'all, no, he's not. He's not top 5. He's 7.
The numbers and the fact that everywhere he's played, they won, and not necessarily the chip. But like I call him a franchise changer. Like the team gets better.
But it's not hard when you. It's not hard when you in the when you picking number 1 to make you to bring you up from the bottom. Phoenix was at the bottom. That they just picked Aiden number 1.
Whoa. Aiden was already there though.
But I'm saying, but it wasn't too far off. They just picked Aiden number 1, so it wasn't like they was on the brink of contention. They were just in the lottery.
I mean, but come on, Coach. You go from
New Orleans. New Orleans. Okay, that's different.
Phoenix was bottom feeders.
Oklahoma was in the bottom,
and they went to the playoffs.
Which is cool. But y'all make it like he's taking these great teams. No, he's taking average teams, making them respectable. They blowing it up, and then you put them on the stage, and lights get turned on. He melt like ice cream.
Hold up.
But here's the thing, though, because you're, I think you're giving those teams too much credit because they're not average. That's after Westbrook and all that, Paul George and all them left. They put him out there with kids, bro. He was hooping with Shea from Kentucky, and who else? Like, and if you look at it, since he left, they haven't done nothing.
But y'all act like he turned them into contenders. They got in the playoffs. They got to the playoffs. They make a little noise. And when it's time for Chris Paul to prove that you belong on that mountain, he cannot do it.
And like I said on episode 99, and we ain't got to keep beating a dead horse.
Let's get on Pat Bev.
But like I said on 99, at the end of the day, based on his size, and I'm not using it as an excuse, he can only do so much. I'm not going name a 6-foot guard, and I got Allen Iverson on the wall right there. And even with Allen Iverson, he had Defensive Player of the Year in Mutombo. He had solid pieces around him. Like, even he only got there once. Now I get it. At least he got there. But I told you all, I don't look at Chris Paul like an Allen Iverson type guard.
So, because we talking about Phoenix, right? Bottom feeder, 17-18. They went 21-61. Booker was there. Mm-hmm. Next year, 19-63. Mm-hmm. The year after that, this is the bubble year where they barely missed it. 34-39. Because the season stopped because of COVID.
Yep.
Chris Paul's first year. So this is a 34-win team. 51-21. They go to the NBA Finals.
And I get that.
Hold on. This year, 64-18. That's why I say he's in the top 5. He's a franchise. They might not win the chip. Like, it's not going to happen every year. But when one player can basically come into your franchise and change the whole franchise around to winning, like, man, that says something. It's just like with LeBron. Like, I mean, Cleveland's doing all right now, but
it took him a long time.
But it took him a minute. You know what I'm saying? It took some picks and shit.
I respect that. I mean, because he walks into the room, he has that Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning effect. He walks in the room, everybody's gonna listen to him, and I get that, but he has to have. At some point, he has to get over the top. He can't do it.
I can't say the Tom Brady, but if I was to compare him to an NFL player, you just said it, Drew Brees, without chip.
Drew Brees.
That's who he is.
But even Brees got one.
But that ain't what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that he changed the whole New Orleans
and he did.
Franchise.
And he's trying to come back.
You know what I'm saying? I seen that.
That's kind of crazy.
But the comparison, because like with Tom Brady, you know what I'm saying? Like I've always said, and y'all can whatever jump me after this. I said it was like this: Brady, Jordan, Peyton Manning, LeBron. That's what I said.
Yeah. But okay. Now
that's fair.
Now, imagine we on camera. I got my Buck shirt on.
Yeah.
We went from Famous Jameis stealing crab legs.
Yeah.
To the Super Bowl because that one man walked through the building and said, "Look, I'm gonna take y'all where y'all need to be. Follow me. He got us there. Chris Paul is saying, "Hey guys, I'm gonna get you there, but once we get there, it's on you."
I don't know, dog. Like
the proof is in the pudding. 0-5 when he's up 0-2. Me, you, and E can at least win one of those series.
That's why I'm saying, like, it's hard to put up an argument.
I just know my mentality. I'm taking about 30 shots,
and that's why I'm still
one of us is taking 30 shots,
and I'm with that. Like I said, I get 8 assists that game.
I'm just saying, one of us is taking 30 shots because ain't no. I will tell them before the game starts. Hey, nigga. The only way you touching the ball is, nigga, you better either is a steal or somebody.
That's what Kobe said.
Yeah, if it's a steal, rebound, or somebody deflect the ball and it so happen to come to you. Outside of that, don't shoot.
That's what Kobe said.
It's hard.
I'm taking 50 shots.
But I respect y'all both bumped them down, so I'm happy. We go next topic.
I gotta bump them down to 4 out the back.
Okay, yeah, because at the end of the day, once I saw what James Harden done first.
Oh my God.
And then when you look at Chris Paul, it's like that's identical to me, like body language wise. That's what I'm looking at. And that's why I tell people all the time, it's like that's when you start.
Damn, Hartford and Marcus Smart is not playing tonight.
I knew about Smart. Why not Horford?
Mm-hmm. That's what my cousin just said on her.
Neither one of them?
He might win game 1 now. I won't necessarily say that. Because you still got to deal with Jaylen Brown and Tatum. Tatum looking like Kobe out there.
Hey, he hooping.
You know what I'm saying?
And then you got Pritchard. How about this is what I do?
Yeah.
Hey, that was...
Tatum out there looking like Kobe. So I don't know about Miami winning game 1. If Jimmy Butler keep that headband on, they might. And he keep that hair braided.
Is it Miami?
It's in Miami.
Yeah, it's in Miami. I can't see Miami losing.
I can't neither. Not game 1, maybe game 2.
Miami by 6.
I'd probably say Boston and go back to Boston. The series would be 1-1.
Miami, yeah.
I can see Boston winning game 2. I don't know about tonight.
It's gonna be interesting for sure.
Yeah.
All right, real quick, man. Pat Bev, dog.
Yes. That's my favorite sports analyst right now.
Yes.
Y'all got it. I'm gonna let y'all go.
Here's the only thing. Y'all got Pat Bev talking like he's Bill Russell. You swear for God, Pat Bev got 22 rings right now.
Yeah. Man,
he got his chest all the way out.
Go ahead, E.
Man, look. When I seen that shit yesterday, bro, I was like, why they got this nigga on here first? First and foremost, why they got bro on here? What he was basically like, he's the comic relief entertainment. That's what he is. Because the stuff that he was talking about yesterday didn't make no sense whatsoever.
None.
First of all, saying Chris Paul don't play no defense.
And was serious.
Yeah, serious about it. He said, man, when they play Chris Paul and them,
him at a cone.
He
can't guard no
he
one.
said, I'm out all night. Made a comparison between him and Golden State Warriors and Steph. Man, when we got to play Steph, I'm in the bed by 8. What killed me the most was when he called Kuminga Cowabunga. That took my soul on national TV, bro. He called this man Cowabunga. Took my soul. But that shit was strictly, excuse my language, it was strictly for entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my guy T, man, because he hit me up at like 7 o'clock in the morning. Like, man, you see Pat Bev?
Hey, man.
At the time, I'm working, so I'm like, I'll check it out. But then I start seeing more and more people like, hey, bro, Pat Bev a fool.
Man, Pat Bev drunk a yak before he went on
So
stage.
the first clip I saw was just the Chris Paul don't play no defense type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I chuckled. I ain't gonna lie, I chuckled. I'm like, man, this dude up here talking reckless. And I just kind of kept it moving.
He kept going.
But then I saw where Dame said something.
He kept going.
And I'm like, okay, wait a minute now. What did he say? So I went back and I'm like, hold on. ESPN had him on all morning.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the more I kept watching, and I'm like, okay, nah, bro, this ain't even funny no more. Like, it was coming from a bottomless pit of bitterness, man.
Uh-huh.
They talk about Booker. What has he done? He ain't got out the first round. They start talking about Phoenix being a great team. What makes them great? We won 50 games. I'm like, bro, 50 games and 64 games is apples and
completely
oranges.
different,
like,
man.
What are you talking about? And then Stephen A. and them I kept feeling like they was trying to dumb it down, thinking that, okay, he'll see it our way.
Nope.
Nah.
He's a pit.
And everything he said was with a straight face.
And stood on it.
Especially the Harden take.
That right there is what threw me all the way off. Because don't get me wrong, I'm all for players getting their money or whatever. You get what you are deserving of. But Supermax?
He's not worth no $250 million. A team give him $250 million. Granted, black men get your money. But, dude, you're not worth it.
He's not getting no more. But
they said if he go back to Philly, he'll get the max. But if he go somewhere else, he'll get a super max. But who's willing to spend $250 million on a 31, 32-year-old player that's been declining for the past 3 years? And what did we talk about? Well, Harden looked like a normal player without that free throw line down.
Without that free throw down.
I said that he's an 18 to 20 point scorer if you take the free throw line away from him.
Yep.
And he's scoring what?
18 to 20 points a game.
Shout out to my guy P back at home too, because he messaged me one day and he's like, "Does James Harden ever go in the post?"
Nope.
I said, "Nah." I said he can't play with his back to the basket.
He can't.
Nope.
So if he ain't out there facing up, dribble like Charles Barkley be saying, what is he good for?
That's his weakness, man. And he can't slash
at all.
Because two guards are slashing.
When Maxey and them had the rock, he was just buried in the corner.
And I don't blame Maxey. If I was Maxey, I would have swung on him.
Nah,
I don't blame Maxey.
Shout out Maxey because he wasn't going for it.
Look, Maxey from Kentucky. Maxey became like a fan favorite of mine, like for real.
He out there
because he was out there balling.
He out there hooping, no conscience.
I told y'all, Joe Embiid's the bus driver. He throw everybody under the bus.
Yeah,
he's straight through. He's straight through Harden by the bus. Get this bum out of here.
I'm all for it, man.
Yeah, man.
Accountability is so important to me, man.
Yep.
It's like nowadays, everybody's trying to protect the brand and do all nah, bro. Accountability is important.
You see how
I'll give you
how all that went left. They balled their first 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
They was both scoring like 30 points a game,
mm-hmm.
and then it just went south.
Mm-hmm.
But that to me, it's like James Harden body language is that of somebody who does not care.
Yeah.
Even if you go all the way back to Houston.
Like dress brick.
Like, I hate losing, bro.
But here's what you realize. This is James Harden. So he got the money. He got the accolades. So right now he's ring chasing. So as long as he's in his mind thinks that we still have a chance, he's going 100%.
Hold on, whoa. Accolades. What accolades he got outside of that one MVP that he shouldn't have?
He shouldn't have it, but he got
it. It should be LeBron's.
I mean, it should, but he has it.
Now the one MVP he should have had is the one that Westbrook won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my point is, he's an MVP. Is he on top 75?
Shouldn't be.
But is he?
I think he is.
So he has an MVP. He's on top 75. He got the money. So the only thing he doesn't have is the ring.
He'll never.
And he has no desire to get one.
Yep.
Like that's the part that bothers me the most.
He wants one, but he wants it gifted. He wants to be able to come in and get it. Say I got it. Now I'm a champion. I'm a made man. Put me up there with everybody else. But he doesn't want to do the work.
His only chance he could have had got one was if they would have kept their core with OKC. I don't blame him for leaving because OKC didn't want to pay him that money.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to think about. I understand you got to think about self first in certain situations. But when it comes to that, he could have took the Manu Ginobili route. Been the 6th man and get you a couple chips because that's what Ginobili could have went anywhere and started.
True.
Yeah. But going back to you, Coach, real quick. I got to hit the button because he had plenty of opportunities in Houston. Speaking of Ginobili, the series where Ginobili come from behind and blocked him, it's like I've seen him have control of a series and then they get to a game 6 elimination game or a game 7, and just like we talked about Chris Paul, he has zero desire to take over a game. I've seen him against Golden State chunk up 18 3-pointers and make one.
Yeah, I seen that.
And it's like, and I said it then, how many times do you take a 3-pointer and realize that your shot is not falling, and then you start driving or get yourself to the free throw line?
He can't drive.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't think he wants to win a ring. That's the part that I'm respectfully disagreeing with.
I mean, I can see that.
I saw Barkley leave blood, sweat, and tears on the court with Phoenix and all of that when he lost. He went to Houston trying to pursue it. He wanted it. He just never got it. Going back to the Chris Paul and James Harden, is like, I don't get that sense of urgency
because it's
more.
It's different. Now you don't have to. Like you said, Chris Paul is not going to get a ring. Chris Paul has all them choke jobs on his record. And y'all still want, like you said, out of spite, you want to put him out of the top 5. Now, like I said, Chris Paul is great. He's tops, like I said, he's my number, I think I had a number 7. He's my number 7. You cannot enter that top 5 you can't enter that top 5 until you do something. He just got too much bad tape. And James Harden he's like I said, he's earning his fat suit right now. He's out of it.
And going back to Pat Bev real quick, because he's like, if don't nobody pay him that money, then you know he's gonna force his way out to another team. And it's like, at that point, nah, bro, because they give LeBron so much hell. Oh, he's ring chasing flip. It's like, bro, he fulfills his contract obligations.
True.
And he has the ability to leave. These dudes is like, oh, if it's not easy, get me out of here. If I don't get paid, get me out of here. That's trash.
Yeah, I ain't never heard a trade rumor with LeBron. Like,
No.
I mean, outside of now, with this whole, Stephen A. talking about trade LeBron and not Stephen A. Phil.
Phil
talking about trade LeBron and build around Westbrook. Like,
you know what? Hold on, because we gonna talk on that. Hold on. So the whole Phil Jackson stuff, man, like, again, I keep saying it every time you over here next to me. I'm like, dawg, you the Laker. Why does Phil Jackson have a voice in that organization and he doesn't get a check for the organization? Like, is he still smashing old Genie?
He gotta be.
I was gonna say,
He gotta be.
He's still digging Jenny's back out.
Man, I'm looking at it like this, man. Like, based off winning time, he's still smashing them.
He definitely.
It's like, dog, like, I just sit around with my wheels turning, bro. It's like, I almost feel like at this point, they low key want to move away from LeBron.
And
they just don't want to publicly.
They can't
say it.
They can't. You cannot say I'm about to dump the face of the league. Okay, he's still the face of the league.
Yeah.
So you can't publicly say it, but they're trying everything
to force him to demand a trade or something.
My take on that, like, cause like I'm not even gonna lie, if they trade him, I'll be like, LA, y'all some stupid motherfuckers, man. I'm gonna keep it 100. But at the end of the day, I'm looking at it like, if you trade him, you get nice assets for him, but you don't keep Westbrook. Like we all sitting at the round table and we gonna say, oh shit, we gonna basically trade the best player in the world that's been the best player in the world for what, about, we're gonna say about 15 years strong?
Easy.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna say about 15 years strong?
Yep.
And you gonna keep Westbrook and get rid of him? And it's just like what Jeannie said. I don't know if this is true or not, but she was basically saying, man, the first of all, they had the 4th highest paid payroll.
Mm-hmm. We know that.
Yeah.
You don't get the productivity from the payroll, which I get that.
Yeah.
And then she stated that she think LeBron is only out here for the limelight, the star power, because it's Hollywood.
I mean, he
But
said that.
necessarily.
LeBron said that though. So
I mean, but for the conversation to even come up, and Stephen A. even said, man, trade LeBron. But for the conversation to come up to say trade LeBron and keep Westbrook, come on, bro. Like y'all, if that camera, look, if they do that shit, then I'm not a fan for a year. until Westbrook leaves.
But okay, now I'm gonna ask a question. Like you said, you trade LeBron. Any team is going to take LeBron because he's automatically sold out your arena. Yeah. Anybody's going to, so you'll give up some nice young gifted players for LeBron. I'm not going to give Adrian shoe for Westbrook right now, and I'm not going to give my cup for AD. But honest question. So you could trade LeBron and get some assets. What are you really going to get for either AD or Westbrook?
Nothing. Westbrook, I wouldn't trade him the plain chip in a Grippo bag.
So she has no choice but to build around Westbrook because you can't get rid of him. You might be able to get rid of AD.
That's not necessarily true because we going by the rumors. I'm pulling that trigger with that Indiana trade. Get Buddy Hield to the West. Get him to the Lakers.
Yeah,
because we don't know what they're gonna do with Monk. And I think they should keep Monk.
I think they're going to keep Monk.
Monk better get his money. We were just talking about guys who deserve money. To me, Monk has always been a talented player. It just so happens that he went out there with Mike.
That's a fact right there.
And Mike and them didn't use him the way he should have been used. They just treated him like he was J.R. Smith 2.0.
Look, my people said, they need to do a package deal for Zion. I don't even want Zion. And then they said LeBron gonna do the same thing no matter what, which is true. Wherever he's at, nobody's gonna take on Westbrook's salary because Westbrook's making over $200 million.
Right.
So at this point, go ahead.
But to build around because you can't move him.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they're stuck with him. They're gonna have to figure out how to make it work.
Yeah, but when you have a franchise like a Indiana Pacers that need a star quality player,
do it.
I'm pulling that.
Or was that Buddy and
it was Buddy and Brogdon.
Yep.
You can keep Miles Turner. Give me Buddy Hield and Brogdon.
But it's like, you know what? And here's where I will kind of admit where some of the Laker fans were right. And it took all this time to come to this conclusion. And I finally see the light. I finally see the light.
Put the camera on him.
Because when LeBron first announced that he was going to L.A., a lot of the diehards was like, I'm not with it. I'm not feeling it. He's going to ruin the team. He's going to gut us of all our picks and all that. And I was one of them people like, nah, bro, he's trying to win now. Do what it takes. And considering the fact that they done missed the playoffs twice now, it's like, shit, even if they do trade him, excuse my language, you done left that franchise in shambles.
I mean, it's in shambles. I mean, now,
shambles.
Now, when they call him Bronos, it is true. Because when Bron leaves, your world is destroyed.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
So that's my only.
But here's the question: they broke the tie with Boston. Is that ring worth it? Okay, he got the ring. Now, don't get me wrong. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. Bron got you a ring. Is the ring worth it?
I'm glad you brought that up because now we can still incorporate Pat Bev when he start talking about the bubble ring and this and that. Because I'm gonna hit the button again on Pat Bev. I disagree. In my humble opinion, I think the bubble championship is harder.
Yeah.
Because if you eliminate the fan factor, there's no home court advantage.
Sure the hell ain't.
You have to roll the balls out and go hoop.
And I'm gonna do you one better. There's no road fatigue because they're all walking to the stadium, riding a bike to the stadium, doing cartwheels to the stadium. So there is no having to fly in from L.A. to New York. There is no having to come from Dallas to Milwaukee. We all right here.
Exactly, and that's why, to me, in my opinion, that's where you start separating people who just genuinely hate that man.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, I feel like those are some of the best playoff series that we done seen in a minute. Mitchell and all them was going off, dropping 40, 50 pieces back and forth. Luka and the Clippers was going, Dame was going out of his mind. That even goes back to Pat Bev and them sitting over on the scores table, taunting and doing all that with.
I agree with my people on here. Here's what he said. The Lakers were trying to win now, what you just said, too fast and were willing to take on stars. Same as the Big Three Boston team. Now they can't perform, and it seems like they wasted money on star power, which is true. And he said the bubble playoffs was probably the best playoff series that we saw.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'll be even seeing the comments or none of that. Yeah. What you talking about? That's why I'm like, anybody that knows how to hoop or understands the game, bro, if I don't have to worry about coming into your arena and feeling the pressure of your fans, now it's just, are you better than me?
Yeah.
That's what that
ain't no different than we going into the gym.
Hold up.
I mean, prime example Sunday.
Hold up. Javon.
That's what I did. Yeah.
Send who to Charlotte? Send LeBron to Charlotte? He said send him. He said send him to Charlotte. Send who?
I don't know. Are you talking about LeBron or send Westbrook to Charlotte? Because hell, they was even talking about that at one time.
They was
for Scary Terry and somebody else.
Shit, I would have pulled
that too.
I think Scary Terry one of the twins or both of the twins.
I would have pulled that.
I'd sign up for that
Terry.
too, dog. That's defense and buckets.
Mm-hmm.
He said Westbrook. Yeah, Westbrook.
Okay,
I'll take that all day.
Scary
all day long.
All day. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, like I hate that we off topic. We ain't gonna be on here too much longer. But that's what I'm saying. It's like during that run, everybody got a break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Portland was even able to get healthy.
That's not what they admit. That's not that they want to admit that these teams, everybody got a break. Everybody got healthy. Everybody did the same thing, and they all went down to Orlando. They all got shaped up by Rondo's big brother. It was all equal. So that's what
I'm saying. It's like you hit the reset button, and this is like, I mean, granted, yeah, you can look at it like a AAU tournament or something like that, but at the end of the day, there's still a winner. It has to be a winner.
He said, "Give them everybody on the Jordan brand, Melo and Westbrook."
I'll take LeBron too. Bring LeBron home.
And so I'm like, nah, man, bump that, bro. It's like you don't diss.
Plus, man, it's like what JR said, man. They got to smoke the Reggie and was drinking the MD in there, so
which makes it even better.
Even better,
right?
Because you don't even know how many people was under. If you want a chip under the influence, dog, you deserve it. You deserve a ring.
Except for Daniel House, because he blew it.
Yeah.
Except for Daniel House, he got the. He caused a divorce in the bubble.
But I'm gonna say this, and because I know y'all both LeBron fans, because I that stupid ass group I'm in. That you ain't posted in a while in there, Coach. I don't know if you're still in there or not, but
they raised my blood pressure.
But what I see this all the time. It's like I honestly, because they like the playoffs ain't gonna be shit without LeBron. The playoffs ain't been that bad for real.
The playoffs are the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, like outside of the 2 blowout game 7s we just saw, but the playoffs really ain't been that bad because you have New Orleans push Phoenix. I thought the best series by far was Memphis and Minnesota. But the most entertaining series was Minnesota and Memphis.
That's the only one that I cared about.
Yeah.
I wish Ja wouldn't have got hurt. I thought it would have been even more entertaining.
If Ja would have got hurt, I think he would have pushed Golden State. And see, that's what like every time about. Oh, no, the league is in great hands because you got Ja, you got Anthony Edwards. You got Tatum,
Brown.
You got Luka.
This series right here getting ready to determine if I'm getting ready to be a Luka guy, dog.
Man, you know what, man? I like Luka's game. Like it's like
Warriors in 6.
Probably, yeah, but we just talking about how Luka played. We talking about how Luka played.
I give you a 40 piece.
Luka like kills you in slow motion.
He does.
Ain't nothing you can do about
it. You can't stop. Oh, you gotta pray this man have a bad shoot night. That's all it is.
Look, I'm gonna take it even a step further, and we can save this for another episode. I find it interesting that when you start thinking about the top players in the league, you start talking about Luka, Joker, Giannis, all these foreign players. And that's where, in my humble opinion, international players learn skill sets.
Yeah.
They learn the game at an early age. Here in America, in the last 10 plus years, all we're about is flashy, fancy moves and who can jump the highest.
AAU ball.
And how many number one picks? I'll even use John Wall. I'm a UK fan. I'll use John Wall. We all thought John Wall was going to be a phenomenal athlete, crazy. He's dancing, doing all this and that stuff. And it's like, you strip him of that, John Wall's at home right now.
Yeah. John Wall been at home for the last 45 years.
American sports is so much about being flashy and this and highlight plays. They're not teaching the game.
Basics.
So that's how you get a Luka that's out here chewing everybody on the court, and he don't have to be the fastest or jump the highest. He just knows how to use his body and do everything else.
His game is smooth. Like, I'm going to compare it to like how Pierce was before KG them got there.
Here, I got to stop it. Here, let me see the camera. Give me the camera. America, I love Luka. Luka Doncic is not better than Larry Bird. Stop it. Just stop it. He's balling right now. The man is named Larry the Legend. Stop it. Okay, you can have your camera back.
Tell you what, though.
That'll be a whole nother conversation. I
he
would
beat
say
Golden State. I'm going to entertain it.
It's still one series. It's 1 year. No.
If you talk about
his name is Larry the Legend.
If you talk about white players, dude, basketball wise, there will never be a player better than Larry Bird.
His name is Larry the Legend.
Hold on. Here's where I'm gonna push back at, and I'm a youngin' when it comes to Larry Bird, so I ain't gonna sit here and pretend like I know everything about that time period because I don't. But we also have to consider that he walked into a team that already was legit.
He did.
So that's where you gotta I don't know.
But Larry
ain't never had to carry it on his own.
But Larry would tell you, I'm about to cross over, dribble 3 times to the left, and bury this 19-foot jumper in your face.
I saw Luka doing that to Chris Paul and them, man. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. If I see Luka out here talking shit to Draymond and them tomorrow night, I don't know.
The man's name is Larry the Legend. Here's a because when I say like with Chris Paul, when I say Chris Paul is not top 5, y'all think I'm saying that Chris Paul is like bottom 50. No, I'm not. Because Chris Paul on number 7. Luka is great. Luka is balling. Luka is not Larry the Legend.
But he's still a baby, though. That's what I'm saying.
He's not a baby.
I don't want to be disrespectful.
No. Can I call you on what you said about Larry? About
Go ahead.
him going
Go ahead.
So this is the team his rookie year. Tiny Archibald, M.L. Carr, Don Chaney, Dave Cowens, Eric Fernstein, Chris Ford, Gerald Henderson, Jeff Judkins, Pete Maravich, which is basically, he wasn't even Pistol Pete no more.
He was a pistol.
Cedric Maxwell, Rick Roby. So McHale and Parrish now wasn't even there yet. Bill Walton was still in Portland.
And we just watched Showtime. We know Larry Bird took his ass home.
Yeah, but you said he walked.
I'm saying it because at the end of the day, Archibald ain't no pushover. You just named Archibald.
But this is the Archibald.
Is he a NBA? Where is he at in the NBA list?
Hold on.
Are we still talking about the same tiny Archibald?
Yeah, but hold on. You said he walked into it. Come on,
you didn't say that. You said he walked into a brick.
They didn't start winning until Parrish and McHale got there.
That's true.
And they ended up getting
Dennis Johnson.
But you're proving my point even more.
No, you're not. But you're making it seem like Larry Bird walked into a brick.
I'm saying to you, Larry Bird has never had to carry a franchise on his own. Luka has been that guy from day one. And he's only been in the league, what is this, 3 years?
Bird won Rookie of the Year with that squad.
We know why Larry Bird won Rookie of the Year.
Okay, that's true, but he still won it. They made a playoff.
Listen to me, people. I'm not here to disrespect Larry Bird. I'm just here to entertain the conversation because I'm saying that, yes, it's too early to have that type of conversation.
Yes.
I agree there. But when you start looking at the individual versus the individual, I'm saying that Luka is carrying a team without another superstar.
Larry Bird today at 64, 65, whatever he is, would still drop 34 in Luka today. Bird would beat Luka on 1-on-1 today.
That's fair. I ain't gonna be disrespectful.
So peep this shit. Damn, I didn't even know Houston and San Antonio was in the East in '79. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Boston was 1.
That's back then.
And they had buys back then too. I don't know if y'all seen that on the show.
Yeah.
So Boston was 1. They lost to Philly in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Right.
But you said he walked into.
You did just say that like 30 seconds ago.
And they finished number 1 in the East with that team. Okay. Like the only notable name on that team really was Tiny Archibald. You can't even say Pete Maravich.
So we saying that they only got there because of Larry Bird?
Yes.
Who else? It wasn't Pete.
You take him off that team, they don't make the playoffs.
I don't have my computer in front of me. We gotta look at that.
That's your fault.
We gotta look at that. Because I mean,
the end of the day, he was drinking Budweiser before the game. At the end of the day,
the Boston Celtics were still the Boston Celtics.
No, they wasn't. That's the thing.
They were. They had already won how many chips?
They were the Boston Celtics with Bill Russell.
And then the ones that Russell won.
Then they was trash until Bird got there.
What I'm saying to you, the history of the Celtics was already there.
History, yes, but they was trash until Bird got there. They was great while Bird was there, and they was trash until
basically like how the Lakers was.
Yeah,
when Magic got there.
Don't get it twisted. Bird, they wasn't in the playoffs every year. That's why they were able to get them.
Listen, people, I'm not the enemy. All right,
he a Bird hater.
I'm not trying to go against labor. I've never in my life. Okay, I've never. All right.
Hey, Bird's the coldest white boy I ever seen play basketball. I'm sorry, dude. Ain't no knock to Luka, no knock to Dirk.
But that's what I'm saying.
None of that, man.
He walked in the arena and said, "Who's coming in second in this 3-point contest?"
Look, peep this. I'm gonna give you one bet. I'm gonna give you a couple things. Until Luka scored 47 points shooting with his left hand whole game, until he get a game called Luka versus somebody, like Bird versus Jordan.
Versus Jordan. They had Dr. J versus Larry Bird.
Hold up.
On Atari.
Until he get a McDonald's commercial where they shoot crazy shots for a Big Mac, this conversation ain't even relevant.
Larry the Legend.
That's fair. We'll leave it
and
there.
I'm not even knocking Luka because I like Luka. I'm starting to like Luka now.
Now we got y'all got 10 minutes to talk about Jack Harlow.
Perfect transition. Perfect transition.
He said y'all done, man. Y'all killing me with this y'all word, man.
I'm not. No.
You gonna touch it, Coach?
I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it.
I'm here.
I know why you're not touching it.
I'm here.
I know why you're touching it.
I'm here. And listen, and we don't have to go all the way down into all of that.
Are we talking about the post that I posted today? Or just period?
We're getting there.
Okay.
I'm gonna incorporate it all because I've been sitting on my hands for about 2 weeks now. Jack Harlow. Okay? I've been a fan of Jack Harlow since Chris put me on. Shout out my guy C. I told y'all the other night. Chris has put me on a lot of things. And he sent me a song first. And I don't forget what song it was, but it was like soft, kind of jazzy. And I was like, nah, this is hard. And then he sent me the album cover. And I'm like, nah, that can't be who this is. That's not what I'm listening to. Some goofy dude damn near naked on the cover. Glasses and shit. I'm like, nah. He's like, nah, that's who that is. So this was like 2016. So I started listening, like dude just dropping little EPs and stuff, little whatever. Nobody knew who dude was. I can go back and look at my Facebook history now. I'm talking about Jack Harlow and everybody's like, who?
Right.
So I've been following this dude. And even when he got a little buzz, he was doing the freestyles and stuff with Drama and all them. And even then, people were still like, I don't know who that is, whatever. So now that dude done got his 15 minutes of fame, here's where all the critics come in at. And I'm saying that a lot of the things that he's being criticized for, I feel that it's unwarranted because now you're using his skin against him. And that's why for the last 2 weeks, I've heard everybody, and it starts back when you made the post about the album reviews 2.9 or whatever. Yeah. And I'm sitting there like, I didn't comment on it at first. And I'm like, bro, 2.9. Like, really? Is this where we at? So then when you start going to the comments, he's only on because of his skin. He's only this and that. And I'm like, bro, like, is this really where we're at? So then the Brandy thing happens. And I saw it on the Shade Room. They only posted that clip where they're playing the music and they're like, you know, who is this? And he's just sitting there like you legit saw that he didn't have no idea. And without knowing the full context of what was taking place, black folks jumped his ass with the quickness. Mm-hmm. And he's like, how you use rap and this and that, like you still in our culture. You used our rap to make your pockets fatter and do this and do that, but you don't even know us. You don't know nothing about us. And I'm like, bro, where is this coming from? And I'm saying that in my opinion, that goes with anybody, black, white, brown, blue, green. As long as people see you kind of at the bottom or somewhere in the middle, nobody cares about you, we're all cool with it.
Yeah.
But once you blow up, that's when everybody starts getting mad. It's like, I don't understand that. I hate to be rambling, but you know what I'm saying? Your post today went, what, 100 plus?
Yo, that went 100 plus, and it got taken off because of Facebook's. It didn't meet the standards of the community. I thought it was kind of funny, for real. See, y'all got to understand, when I post shit, 99.9% of the time it's foolishness and it's a joke. It's for entertainment. But I seen that picture yesterday, and I'm like, you know what? I ain't going to say nothing. Then I seen it this morning. I seen too many people posted and talking about it. I was like, you know what? Let me fuck with some people today. Today's Tuesday. I ain't got nothing better else to do. Let me fuck with a couple people today. So I posted, and you know, I was just like, so the whole thing is that he didn't know Brandy and Ray J was siblings. So let's just be clear and let's be 100 about it. At what age did y'all find out that Brandy and Ray J was siblings? Because I didn't know until Moesha's show, and we teenagers at this time.
We grew up with them, so that's different.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I knew early,
but
I didn't watch Moesha, though.
But at the same time, you got to think about it. They're different generations. This dude ain't nothing but, like, he just graduated elementary.
Okay, now I'm going to tread lightly because I'm going to get mad. So here's what I'm going to say. You have to know your history. As any genre, if like I said, because we talked about it before the show, if LeBron comes on the show and says, I don't know who Tiny Archibald is, I don't know who Dennis Johnson is, I don't know who Glenn Robinson is, y'all give him hell because you have to know. There's some people you might not know who Harold Miner or Latrell Sprewell, but you got to know who Tiny is. You got to know who Pete. You got to know who Pistol Pete, right?
Yeah.
So in my opinion, you got to know who Brandy is, and if you know who Brandy is, you got to know who Ray J's her brother.
You can't necessarily say that though.
Hold on, nope. I disagree because, and I hope you said your wife's a Brandy fan, right?
Yeah.
I hope you don't get mad at me, please.
I'm not. She might.
If she's on the live, I hope she don't get mad at me because what you're saying, Coach, is 100% correct. You got to be a student of the game regardless of whatever you're doing. If you're into music, you have to understand and know music. You're right. But Brandy is a Latrell Sprewell. Brandy is a Harold Miner.
Oh man, Brandy.
Outside of
Moesha, Moesha
sitting up in my room. I mean, I get it because I didn't watch the little Cinderella joint. That's what I'm saying. Like, she's not on no list of mine where I'm like,
she has her spots because I even said that in a comment, but it ain't nothing iconic really outside of the Moesha thing.
But you had that whole Brandy and Monica thing,
and then you got that.
But she's Brandy. You have MJ, you have Jacko, you have Magic, you got Brandy. She's one of those first names.
See, this is when you need to have the females on the show. Because you need to have,
and we can make it work.
You need to have, because I want to know this, and I want, and my wife's gonna be biased. I know she is. I want to know, is Brandy a top 5 female artist?
Harper.
She don't get my vote.
Because the only reason why she's biased is it's a West Coast thing. She's from California.
But I'm just saying though, bro. Like the first project was solid. She had some hits on her. She had a couple.
Hey, look, my wife said, you hate Brandy. I said, I don't hate Brandy. I just don't fuck with her music. It literally want to make me take the 38 and put it to my head and blow my brains out. I'm sorry.
It makes you want to call your
I can't.
Sitting up in my room was hard though, bro. I'll bop to that, man.
Dude, that shit is depressing.
But here's the thing, though. All jokes aside. Because I get where some people would take offense to that. And it's like, all right, bro, like, nah, you coming into a genre and you don't fully understand or you don't fully know it. But that's where I tell people, you have to go get the full context of that situation.
But that makes it worse. If they name out 25 artists, he knows 6 as truly shows that he's not doing his research.
But you gotta think though, because that's why I posted it. They played all music from before when he was born. Some of that shit I didn't know.
Like you with that, it's the generation thing because hell,
I'm not even gonna say that because look,
some of these black rappers don't even know some of the songs that was in the past.
Hold up, because I'm getting ready to lose my black card in more ways than one. Think about
you lost it from the hot dog thing. I ain't gonna never let you escape
when
that.
we was playing the little games and stuff here in the Christmas time. Like to me, that's how I looked at that interview. Like it's trivia, bro. Like they're quizzing his knowledge or his whatever, and they're playing different music from all artists, black, white, whatever.
But here's the thing. If they play movies, do you know what was Morgan Freeman's first movie? Okay, but you're playing music. You have to know your history and your genre.
I knew her voice, but I didn't know the song. I still don't know the song that they played.
But you know who Brandy is. Brandy.
But that's the point of the game. He was supposed to guess who the artists were. They played a snippet. He's supposed to guess who they were. So at the beginning of it, all you heard was her voice. As an African American, we know her voice.
Yeah.
I still don't know that song.
I looked at it like if you, because the culture vulture thing, that's what really like made me laugh. But it's like you can't nitpick and pick and choose who's this and that because they're giving him hell. Excuse me, they're giving him hell. Gave Iggy hell. So where was this same energy for your Mac Millers, your MGKs, your Vanilla Ices? He stole MC Hammer's whole thing.
But here's the thing about it. Because I'm old enough to remember the whole Vanilla Ice rise and fall and Suge hanging off the balcony.
Yeah, me too.
They gave Vanilla Ice hell.
Yeah.
In the day. Now, because it's before social media and back, it's like we don't care no more. But they gave him hell in his time for what he did. Because he was a culture vulture too.
But here's the thing though, because and I don't want to dig into crates because like I said, we had the conversation, we went 100 deep on your post.
It almost got me banned for 7 days.
I don't want to take it there. Plus the game getting ready to come on.
Yeah, I gotta get my daughter too.
But it's like at the end of the day, they literally have a track record of dude being infatuated with rap music since he was a kid. And that's part of why I'm a fan of his, because this ain't a gimmicky industry plant. Here we're gonna tell you what the rap. We're writing everything. We're giving you all the tools. You're just gonna be the face. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at it in terms of this dude legit got it from the ground up. And the reason why I know that is because there's too many shows that he's had downtown at the waterfront with nobody watching.
Mm-hmm. True.
He's on a stage with an empty crowd.
And I give you that.
And he never changed.
But like you said, so he's been a fan of the game since a kid. Know your freaking history.
But like we said earlier, I've seen too many interviews where Uzi Vert or Kodak Black was like, man, we don't listen to no Biggie. We don't listen to none of that and da-da-da.
And if I can't take him serious.
So, but here's the thing, and that's where it comes down to just preference.
Okay.
If you don't like him and his music, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm saying that when I sit down and read comments, people don't say that. They instantly reach for his skin is why he's where he's at. And that's where I respectfully disagree. Okay. Not only that, I'm not from Louisville, but I do know that every interview, every project, every whatever, at some point in time, he referenced this city or he brings people with him. The world didn't know who ESTG was. He took him on Jimmy Fallon with him or wherever he was, Jimmy Kimmel or wherever. He didn't have to do that.
Right.
So it's like, why go after somebody who's bringing some positive attention to this city? And that's where I was just like, I don't have no dog in that fight. I'm not from here, so I can't speak for other people. But I'm just saying to myself, I'm like, he makes positive music. It's just music.
That post earlier just went way left, and it became a racial issue. And that's why I stopped commenting on that post, because at the end of the day, the post was he didn't know Brandy and Ray J was siblings, and the fact that Brandy said that she would murk this man on his own tracks. And I said, dude, basically 15 years old, how's he supposed to know that they brothers and sisters? Like, let's just be 100 about it. And even she came back, because my wife posted the thing on the comments from what she said on IG, saying that she was joking. It's all love. It's all fun and games. Cool. But I was basically looking at it like, some of these fans of Brandy's really believe what she said, that she would kill this man on one of his own songs.
That's all fans of everything.
But that's what I'm saying. But like, the issue had already grown legs, because that's like a week old.
Yeah.
Now. She finally decided to speak on it. But it's like, okay, my name is buzzing. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Exactly.
But my thing is this, and like I said, we'll leave it here. If I was listening to his music and I'm like, this dude rapping and talking about things that I know he's not a part of or he don't live, it ain't no hardcore gangster rap, you're trying to portray an image, then I get everything everybody's saying. Dude has a sound that's his, in my opinion. It's a smooth, jazzy, pop, whatever you want to call it. And if you start at the beginning of his projects, which I said I've been listening to since 2016, the sound is the same. Kind of singing, harmonizing, rapping, whatever. And I like that. That's smooth to me.
Right.
I don't care if he was green, purple, or pink. I like the music. He was not an instant success story. So I appreciate the journey. That's what I like. I always root for the little man. I don't care about the people who got put into the game, Tekashi 6ix9ine type dude who got all the machines and everything behind him, and he's a fraud.
I don't even know where the fuck he came from.
So it's like, if you're going to call somebody a culture vulture and this and that, that is the prime example to me.
But he's not respected. But I get what you're saying, and I'll give you that credit. So, cool.
We'll leave it there because, like I said, I've been sitting on this for a couple weeks.
I'm gonna say this.
It ain't even got nothing to do with your post.
Yeah, like to y'all you Brandy fans, look, I ain't mean no harm, no disrespect behind that post, because like people was coming at my house with pitchforks and torches and all of that stuff. Like me personally, I'm not a fan of hers. I can't stomach her music. Her music is just depressing to me.
It is depressing.
I'm sorry.
I will say that.
It's depressing.
I bet you want to throw the city in the
like make me want to climb the roof and jump head first into the concrete. Depressing. That's how depressing it is. I can't jig with her music. I'm sorry. But you know what I'm saying? Like I told my wife, I understand why she from the West. That's who she listened to. You know what I'm saying? And I don't be like, hey baby, turn that, I let her, that gets her in her mode to do certain things or whatnot, even though I might not like it. But You know, I just don't jig with her music, man. It's depressing to me. I'm sorry.
And we'll leave it there.
All right.
We'll leave it there. Like I said, I appreciate y'all pulling up, man. We had to get that Chris Paul thing.
I was right.
He's number 4. Number 4, just
He's
because
still top
because
5.
he's
I don't
because
care.
of the franchise change. I'm sorry.
Look,
man.
he might just need to go on and retire and stay in one spot. Because if he do this again, man, oof.
And he's trying to kill me. How about he gonna give me some MD 2020?
Yeah.
This ain't high school, bro. I know better now.
The strawberry
That's the
kiwi,
first time I got drunk
banana.
ever in my life.
And look, we're gonna get some strawberry banana MD. We're gonna go sit up under the viaduct, get a couple crates, talk some shit. You know,
Good stuff, man. Been putting in overtime, dude. Like I said, we actually did episode 100. I'm actually in the process right now of getting it all uploaded and all that. I sat down through the footage, chopped and screwed all of that. So thank you all for listening.
oh shit. Before we get off, Egg Roast Friday, Lady Lawrence Kitchen, friend Keith Lawrence on Facebook.
Yeah.
Look up the page.
I gotta get some. I
Yeah.
want to taste the strawberry joint.
It's actually the Philly steak and cheese egg
Yeah,
roll.
you know I'm with it. You
And
know
the peach cobbler egg rolls
I'm
and the
with it.
strawberry shortcake egg rolls.
I'm definitely putting my order in.
I'm
Yes,
definitely
sir.
I'll probably have to come pick my cause it's me and Junior. It's our guys' weekend, so we're gonna eat all kind of.
Look, I tell you what.
kind of bad stuff.
I tell you what, though, man. Since once I get the hang of all this video and all that, man, we're gonna have to bring some of this food in here
We can.
and start putting it up there.
I mean, I probably
now you
I
want to come
probably-
downstairs.
I
We
probably
didn't
ain't
do
gonna be
earlier.
talking.
Come in front of the camera. Come in front of the camera.
Can I
What's
ask
your
you a
opinion on
question?
Brandy? That's all we need to know. What's your opinion on Brandy?
Is
Period.
she a top 5 female artist?
Just
Period.
period. Just come in front of the camera.
Just her music, period.
I need to know, first of all, hold on, because this part can be cut out. You made that face like the camera ain't rolling.
Uh-oh.
So we gonna stick with the audio.
I got to laugh. Right
That's
here,
what I'm
so.
talking about, man. Oh my God. You're supposed to be my camera person.
So he came back 20 minutes late. I
hour
yelled Harper.
later.
I was like, Harper. So, but since you're here, what is your opinion on Brandy? Because you grew up with Brandy. Is he top 5 vocally?
You taking too long. That means hell no.
You can say no.
That's a big debate. I will say that Brandy being a vocalist is a big debate, I think, amongst women.
Is she a cultural icon?
She's top 10. I don't know about top 5, but top 10, yes.
Okay.
Cultural
Because
icon.
to me, she's depressing.
That she's top. You said she's depressing?
Yes, when you listen to Brandy's music, you want to kill yourself.
Musically, like, just producing, writing, like, she's top 10.
So here's the thing, though. Hold on. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm not comparing her musically. Okay? So hear me out first. I'm not saying hit for hit or anything like that. When you think about Whitney Houston, Patti LaBelle,
Beyonce.
Aaliyah, Rihanna, where does Brandy fit into those conversations in terms of
Iconic,
a
wise.
memorable female
She just said top
musician?
10. Top 10.
She said top 10.
I would say
Is she a household name?
I mean, she could be number 9. That's cool.
I wouldn't even put that. That's too high.
You can compare what you guys are saying with her, like you do, like Generation, where you're talking about Jordan and this and those compared to the guys now. You know, like don't.
She ran.
No Celtics. Did you see that? I'm like, that's good. But if you compare, like, we have all these players now, and we're trying to compare them to the game's different. Just like I think, like with the music, the same thing with your Patti LaBelle's and these icons.
If it was rap, I would give you that.
Who created Brandy?
I look. People still argue me to this day. Like I feel like if Beyonce, if Aaliyah didn't die, Beyonce wouldn't be where she's at. Woo. Let alone with hold on,
the beehive coming.
You
No,
know.
and I want
can
them
put out
to
your own
come.
house.
Nah, my wife don't even like Beyonce.
But I gotta go. I gotta pick up my daughter. I love y'all.
Not for real though.
So that's where we can
real.
have an extended conversation later. Like I said, we'll leave it there. It's gonna open a can of worms regardless. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Like I said, we're behind the scenes working, getting footage together, trying to start this whole YouTube movement, trying to iron out all the little kinks and stuff. So please go like or subscribe to the channel. It's the I Respectfully Disagree podcast on YouTube. That's the official channel or whatever. Trying to get my subscribers up. And as usual, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Stream it, listen to it. E got the Facebook Live going. Like, we're taking it to a point to where we're going to have all kind of devices. We streaming on Facebook. We going on Instagram. We doing all of it. Just trying to grow the podcast. And like I said, we appreciate y'all tuning in. It's all entertainment at the end of the day. So we out.
Ass toasted, no competition. Amisha coasting. I feel so high. I feel so live. My body's in the twine. Amisha coasting. I feel so live, and I know why. That I can't deny. Amisha coasting. Giddy fine wine, fools, malt liquor. Wish me I'm high class.